Ho-ho!
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
It's a wild llama.
It is. It is. Hello.
Why is Phil do sold on and has a wrench next to his name?
Because he's an admin on the channel.
How is he an admin to this channel?
Mm-hmm.
Well, at
Magic.
one point you wanted him downloading videos and stuff, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. Hi, Double H.
I wouldn't have done it without him being, without
I didn't know he was going to be all up in my biz.
He did say he watches
He's
the
not
show,
really.
So. Hi, Double H. Welcome.
Double H. Oh boy, Double H is gonna. Any respect you ever had for me, gone after tonight.
What does Miss Terry have?
A glass of Moët Chandon Brut champagne.
Yeah, let's pop that bottle at a celebration. Oh, I hate doing those. They make me so nervous. Oh, wow.
Not even her
right into the ceiling.
It's not even my house.
Putting holes in things.
Get a hole in the ceiling.
Oh, it's not the first hole she's seen me put into something.
Okay.
Okay. Guess what? We don't have a case to cover tonight, everybody. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So in case you guys didn't know, tonight's our 1,000 subscriber celebration night. And we're so happy that everyone is here and everyone that's helped contribute to our 1,000 subscribers. It's a really big deal for all of us and for the YouTube community. So we're so happy to have you guys here tonight as we're all celebrating, and cheers to the others on the screen.
What are you thinking, JT? Fancy. I know you had a menagerie.
I do have a menagerie.
Oh, some Cayman Jack. Those margaritas are tasty. I've had a couple of them.
They have a pineapple one that's really good.
Oh, really? I love pineapple.
It is. I forget what the thing is called. But it's like a spicy pineapple, spicy margarita, and then another one. So it's 3 different things.
Oh, wow. Pineapple soaked in tequila is one of my favorite things.
Oh, I've never tried pineapple soaked in tequila.
Girl, you should.
Okay, Double H, could you put that on the list to try?
She doesn't need one more thing tonight.
Oh, thank you, Terry K, for gifting 5 memberships tonight. Thank you.
You
should probably open up the YouTube stream real quick to make sure that.
Since I can drink again, I am drinking a California Dream Pinot Grigio. As you can see, I don't have much left in this bottle, but don't worry, I got another one. So
I guess now's the time to tell Double H, I may not be coming home tonight. I'm still planning on it right now, but according to some things that I don't know, maybe I'm not.
That's true.
Miss TJ, Jill Johnson, Patches, and Stacy Facey, and Gin. I love gin. I love a good gin. Welcome to the club.
Welcome to the Crazy People Club, because that's what we are.
We are the crazies.
After tonight, yes, for sure.
Speaking of tonight, we're just going to have a fun night tonight. We got a lot of stuff planned for you guys. We have a a buttload of question and answers for our lovely hosts, Terry and JT, to answer some insightful questions of what it's like to be a podcaster / YouTuber. We have some fun questions, just getting to know them a little personal wise. And then we have some that might stir up some controversy and arguments between them. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Well,
but besides
right now, I'm always right. JT,
That's
we agreed
true.
on that when we decided to do this together, right? I'm always right because it doesn't work at home.
It's absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. What works for my wife works for you.
I'm just here as the mediator. That's the only reason I'm here, is to do what I do best and keep the peace and stir up drama. I'm really just here to stir up the drama.
Tara's going to end up like losing the hair, and she go, now what you need to do here is, and turn into Dr. Phil. Lady in Gray, thank you so much. And those went to Indy Cindy C. Morales, Chaos Queen. Oh, hey, me. And Shunka Bacon.
Awesome. Thank you, Lady in Gray. Our hosts also have some challenges that they're going to do tonight. We have JT, who is so brave to do a hot sauce challenge, which I don't know why, but okay.
It's been sitting since I ordered it. I haven't even opened it yet. Ooh. So you know it's real.
We also have him doing some makeup, which should be delightful. We have Terry. I can't really say entirely what Terry's going to do, but Terry's going to be eating some weird shit, you guys. Yes, let's all pray for one at a time. I know what it is, and it's going to be a doozy, cooked for her by her best friend. So,
I mean, I'm concerned when JT says, I don't know what you did to her to make her make this for you. And when you said, I hope y'all are still friends after this, I'm like, oh shit, I'm scared.
Right. So we have a lot in store for you guys tonight. If chat can do me a favor, you guys have any questions for the host or even me, even though I'm not prepared to answer any questions, please put them in the chat. Any comments, memories, questions, even challenges.
You've got rapid fire in the chat, by the way.
What's that?
I put a rapid fire together for you too.
Oh yes, I forgot. I do have a rapid fire, which I'm not looking forward to.
I was going to say, nobody said you were getting off the hook.
That's true. I should have specified that in my agreement. I did not, and that's my fault. But so we have a great show for you guys planned tonight. Let's relax, have fun. It's the holidays, which are super stressful. We're here to bring you nothing but joy. This is our last show for the year. We will be back in January. But let's kick it off. What do you guys want to start off by saying to everyone?
Yeah.
JT, why don't you go first, love?
Yeah.
First, JT, could you stand up and show your sweater, honey?
Oh, yes. Show this amazing Christmas sweater. Look at how amazing that is. Oh, I'm so jealous. I love it.
You and mini bruise creme.
Oh yeah.
I just don't like how his bow fits right around the middle, and the bow is much bigger than I want it to be. So that needs to go further down and away.
I think so you need it to go down further to make that look bigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just need it to go down. Yeah.
Sorry, I just got it.
I was like going, okay. Tara?
I just got it. I'm a little multitasking over here.
So I put together a little silly for basically the folks that keep this crazy circus running, which is the incredible staff of YouTube. I want to say thank you to the moderators who are the unsung heroes of the internet, all internets. They read every comment, so we don't have to, and they sift through all the firsts, the trolls, the bots, trying to sell us all kinds of crap, like usually their opinions. We don't know how you do it. I've never really had to do it, so I don't know how, but you've probably seen more Yamama jokes than the entire history of Twitter. That's probably not true now, but then it's interesting. You guys really save our butts a few times so far, and I have a feeling it's just gonna get more intense.
Our troll smashers, or troll crushers, is what they like to call themselves, which I love.
Troll crushers.
Yes, and they are. They're also
fantastic. AP Amy, the MVP of multitasking.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yes.
Juggles schedules, thumbnails, crazy stuff. Basically, also all the caffeine in a 20-mile radius. You're basically a professional chaos wrangler. If our channel,
she does.
If our channel was a reality show, you would be the one behind the scenes with the clipboard whispering, "Is it too late to fire everyone?" And so thank you so much. And to the legend producer Llama Tara.
That's me.
Our producer is a llama. Some people get Spielberg. We get an ungulate with serious attitude and impeccable organizational skills. Do you need a shoot rescheduled? Llama's already got it together. Need morale boosted? Llama spit on someone.
She's a great therapist.
They probably deserved it. In Hollywood, they usually say don't work with animals. And to that, we say try telling our producer that. Sure. She chews on cables and once tried to eat the green screen, but no one produces videos like Llama. And when Llama's around, no one questions our authority. We just point and say, "You want to take it up with that boss?" But in all seriousness, the team that we have is the reason our channel hasn't burst into flames. Y'all put in so much hard work and creativity and questionable tolerance for chaos to keep the operation going. So thank you. You're the backbone of the channel. Terry and I are just kind of the lucky clowns sitting on top of it. We appreciate all you've done. And of course, a big thank you to my co-host, the Queen of Texas and true crime herself, Terry True Crime. You know, aww. Terry is from Texas, which means she's legally required to mention Texas at least every 5 minutes.
Absolutely, because we're on track.
Well, in Texas, we do things bigger. We know
we do.
The state flag has its own ego, and that's okay. But Terry's perfect for true crime. She can say the most horrifying details and somehow still sound polite about it.
Yes.
So he chopped up his entire family, bless his heart. That Southern charm for you. And listen, don't let her calm Texas demeanor fool you. Terry could solve any crime just by glaring at a suspect. She kind of gives you that mom look, and suddenly you're confessing to crimes you didn't even commit. So Terry, everybody, is the only person who can make serial killers and Tex-Mex sound fascinating in the same breath.
That's very true. Good job.
Oh, all the feels. All the feels.
That's true. If I wanted anybody on my case, it would be Terry. Terry's going to get shit done.
And I might stir some shit along the way.
Oh, absolutely.
There is no, I don't want the FBI. I don't want the CIA. I want this staff on my case.
Agreed.
Can I just say something about our staff, which we're not going to go on too much about, but so a lot of us just came on in the last 4 or 5 months. A lot of us didn't really have a lot of skills or experience in the whole YouTubing, podcasting world. We've just been fans of that genre and that world. And so many people have come forward. We're all super scared at first, like, we don't know what you're talking about. We've never done any of this before. And so many of our staff, which is a large staff, you guys, we have a lot of people, have really stepped outside their comfort zone and been so creative. Buffy Bot, for example, took on video editing, which she'd never done before. She runs a lot of the videos for Dearest Mother's Darkest Secrets, and they're amazing. And I think so many of the staff has really went outside their comfort zones and done really amazing things that it's really inspiring, that if you don't feel confident because you're like, I don't know how, like, just take that jump, because you'd be surprised, and myself included. I don't know. I didn't know what being like
I was gonna
a producer.
I was getting ready to say, JT and I took a jump.
And
We
she's
didn't know what
hosting
the
a
heck
show.
we were doing.
But when you got support, and I think that's the most important thing, when you have a group of people that support you, who are like, you know what, go ahead and try that. Let's just see what happens. I think that's why it works all well.
Stop looking.
But
Terry, stop looking.
Terry. Anyway, I just want to say our staff, from every single possibility, and there's a lot of people doing a lot of roles to make all this work, and it does not go unnoticed. And I can't be more proud of everyone that's involved in TCWT Media. So we took on a lot, and I think we did an amazing job this year. Of look how far we've come. We're at 1,000 subscribers.
We have come so far in a short amount of time.
Yes.
And if you're interested in being part of the team, let us know. You can email Tara at tcwtmedia.com. And
yes, we're always looking for people. We're looking for writers. We're looking for people that like to research. We're looking for just creative people who just have creative ideas and want to contribute in any way. Like, just don't doubt yourself. We'll help you.
Yeah, and we may need a new host, a co-host to go with JT after whatever's happening over there in the kitchen, because she's not letting me see, and I'm trying to sniff, but I can't smell anything.
No, you're not going to recognize it. Promise.
No, if you do, that's wild.
Well, I agree. The
I don't
team
know. It is Texas.
Is amazing. And I have to say that everybody was even so patient in teaching this old lady how to use Discord. Because I mean, I now know what my mother must have felt like when she would call me and ask me how to do something on the computer. And I'd be like, really? I already told you. How do you not know how to do that already? They were so patient and would just calmly help me. And I mean, appreciate it, because my God, I'm 54 years old. You would think I could figure out how to work a simple little thing. So when I say, or when you say people, if you're scared of something, don't be, because everybody is just so nice and so helpful.
And supportive.
I mean, supportive without, I mean, it's almost like that's a given with this group.
That's true.
Because I mean, when we're having a bad day or something's going on in life, or we have to cancel a show, everybody is just great, jumps on it. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. Take care of you. And that is something that I know is so important to me and JT.
Yeah.
Because we come first, because what we do takes a mental toll. I mean, we get dark.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I mean, being part of a staff before this, that's all I ever wanted, was a group to support each other and care about each other and all of that. And, what happened in the past, where we're at now, totally, I mean, it's sucked, but totally worth it. Because this staff is my Brady Bunch. You're my Partridge Family.
We're the island of misfit toys. Let's be honest.
I should say I am the pink elephant with the little spots, because I have always wanted t-shirts. One of those.
Yes.
So yeah.
So we thanked our
staff. Are we going to start with questions?
Yes. So I have a lot of questions for you guys. Particularly, I have a lot of insightful questions that, I know you guys very well, but there's a lot of things I don't know about you guys and your journey. So my first question. I know JT snores.
Don't stop believing.
So my first question I have is for Terry.
Oh, okay.
So what drew you to true crime as a genre, as most of our shows are true crime oriented? And why did you decide to start a show about it?
So, Mama Bear, my mom, always growing up, when I did watch TV with her, it was crime shows. It
Yes.
was Matlock, Hill Street Blues, Law and Order, Quincy, Trapper John. So all of that kind of stuff, and
Mhm.
loved it because we would sit there and then talk about it. And it would be like, well, do you think the person was going through this way before it became a thing to
Yeah.
go, to think about it? We would talk about, well, what would you have done different? Or what do you think they did wrong? So we talked about it. And so I was always intrigued, not just by, I was horrified by a lot of it, but I was intrigued and to understand more behind it and
Mhm.
why things happened. And so that's what led me to the podcast, and wanting to do a podcast, especially in our family. A lot of people who've listened to the podcast or watch us on YouTube, I did an episode about my cousin's murder that
Okay.
happened. And that really drew me to also wanting to be able to tell the story and be respectful to the family.
Mhm.
But there is something we can learn from these events that have happened to try
Sure.
to keep them from happening again, or trying to understand what led that to happen. What warning signs were there? Where did police screw up? Where did we take a misstep? There's just so many things that you can learn. And so when I decided to do the podcast, and I even talked to Mama Bear about it, and she was like, well, you don't like to shut up. So I think it's good. So
So naturally, she found somebody else who doesn't like to shut up.
exactly. That's why we are perfect.
You know what I think is so interesting about that is not only others in the chat, but myself as well. Like, my mom watched a lot of like true crime things growing up.
Mhm.
You know, she was a big fan of John Grisham. Like, we would read the books, like a
Mhm.
lot of mystery and true crime, like unsolved mysteries we would watch all the time. And, in some way that was like a bonding
Absolutely.
experience. It's such a weird thing to think of a bonding experience
Well,
with, but
why
I
I think
think,
it's bonding, because you learn to feel empathy for others.
yes,
You learn to
you
put
learn to feel
yourself
empathy, and I think in a
in their
way
shoes.
it's like, I notice a lot of females and their mothers team up and grow up with true crime together, and I think it's a way to also like teach your children and daughters, without being like the world is a horrible place sometimes.
Right.
You teach them that it is, and like, here's what's done about it. Here's what you can do about it. Like, there's so many
Mhm.
things to learn about the true
Right.
crime genre. And I think that's great that your mom as well,
Mhm.
kind of inspired this interest
And that's
in
why
it.
I watch it with Monkey Butt. She's come around the podcast. She's very invested in Chase's case, has met Chase's family. And
Mhm.
I've had people send some pretty nasty comments saying,
Sure.
why would you expose your granddaughter to this? She's going to
I mean,
turn
it's the
out.
real world.
And my response is, I turned out pretty damn good and I was exposed to it. So let's stop casting judgment. Now, would I let her hear all of that deep, dark? I mean, there
Right.
are certain shows I message her mom, hey, this is not it for her. I
For
don't
sure.
believe in exposing her to everything, but she's intelligent and we have
Aw.
intelligent conversations.
Speaking of which, my mom's in the show. I didn't even know she knew I had a show tonight. So
Hi, Mama Llama.
yeah, no, I think, you want to be careful how much you expose
Mhm.
to them. My son knows I love true crime too. Sometimes he'll watch it with me, and most of the time he doesn't care, but it is interesting. So I love hearing that about you and your relationship with your mom as well. So
You.
that's really great. JT, so what inspired you to start creating content, and how has that purpose like evolved over time? Like, how did you get into true crime?
Oh boy.
He got arrested. No, I'm kidding.
I got into true crime. So I didn't have the same experience. I didn't grow up watching true crime really. And I don't know if that's a mother-daughter. I don't know what it was. Obviously, my life was not. I did not have a typical like man growing up situation, like in terms of like I didn't play football. I didn't do heavy sports. I was a theater kid, so I wasn't really introduced to true crime until like my first year in grad school. And
oh wow,
that's really
wow. I mean, I don't remember doing much around it, right?
Sure.
But I knew that there was something there that was fascinating, and I knew that senior year in high school I had read Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky, and it's all about how guilt can eat away, right?
Yes.
And so I was like, I'm interested in this, and so I was like, let me find an autobiography if I can find one. I just so happened to pick up Manson in his own words. And so so first book I ever read really true crimey was Manson's autobiography. And it was fascinating, and it wasn't fascinating, and later on looking back, it wasn't fascinating in a way of like I believe everything he's telling me, but I can see how, if even some of that is correct, just how things go. Like I had no idea that he told the board, like, don't let me go. I don't know how to live out there. I don't want to be out there. Leave me in here. And they let him go anyways, and that was the release before the murders. So there's things that I learned. Now, that's all well and good, but it wasn't until I got to Vincent Bugliosi, the prosecuting attorney's book, where I was reading it, and my brain was like contradicting everything he was saying. And I was like, that's not true. Why is he being so hard on that? Blah, 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 blah. And I realized I was basing my judgments off of Manson's autobiography. And I was like, you're good. You're good, sir.
Yeah.
And that is how cults get started right there.
That is true.
And that to me, like, and that's why I always kind of have focused on like, I want to know what makes somebody tick. Why did they get to where they did? Like, Terry, you're really good with the procedural stuff. Like, where did it drop out? Why did it fail? How can we fix it? I am so interested in the mind of that person. I love talking criminal analysis, the behavioral analysis, that kind of stuff. It's fascinating to me. I don't get to do it a ton, but when I get to, it's fun.
Because you're our Spencer Reed.
I would never own that, but thank you.
Thank you.
I'm a cat.
That, yes, you are definitely a cat. I'm just kidding. You're a dog. You're a dog. You're a dog version.
I've been called worse. Sometimes. No, but and then in terms of content, like I've always been a performer, and I've always been a performer, and I've always wanted to be in front, and that not surprising to anybody. And I had spent time being in Richmond, and I was a mascot, and then I had to stop mascotting because oldest mini Bruce Crime was born, and I was like, I need to do something. I need to I have like an itch to perform, and I was like, well, what if we tried this? And so I pulled Rudy into it, and we did True Crime Lab, and I loved it. Took a year off, not my choice, but took a year off, and then came back. And then Terry, it was so funny because Brew Crime asked me to co-host Mike, and then Terry, like right after that, was like, "Are you interested?" And like all of a sudden, I had 2 shows, and then I was already doing the 3rd. It doesn't matter. So I don't know. It's not so much the creating content; it's the process. It's the people you meet. It's the things that you learn. And I'm not, I don't have a PhD. I'm not brilliant. However, what I love. What up, 80s?
Thank you, 80s.
Hey, 80s.
I just like learning, and I like performing. And this was a way for me to learn things, get to write, get to be an artist, and get to meet amazing human beings. And if anything that I never came into this thinking anything I say is going to be worthy of anybody listening. I still don't think that's the case. 50% of you might also think that's not the case, but I'm so glad that, you know, at some point I've said something, you know, that has interested folks. And that to me is interesting. And as frustrating as it is, not knowing what everybody wants at any given time, it's still invigorating. So
I think that's
Sorry,
awesome.
not laughing at you. There's a kitten batting a mouse around all over the house.
Well, while I ask Terry the next question, why don't you get your hot sauce stuff ready? All right. Do you need another beverage to go along with it, sir? Because I think you should listen to me and Terry. We're always right.
Yeah.
I already opened one. But also I am planning on licking it off of this gavel.
Oh, okay.
Okay, wait a minute.
I don't have another method of
Have
transfer.
you cleaned that gavel?
Absolutely not. But honestly,
I think the hot sauce would kill it.
I don't think it matters. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, before I pour, because I know it's going to spill, I just wanted to let people know that this hot sauce is rated at over 2 million Scoville units. What that means?
Not doing it yet. She's got to.
No, I know, but I'm getting ready, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well,
you gotta mentally prepare for this, bro.
Okay.
I'll explain more in a second. You guys go ahead.
All right.
You guys go ahead.
You sit with your anxiety for a couple minutes while I talk to Terry.
My anxiety too.
All right. So Terry, a question for you. So what was the most surprising thing you learned when you first started researching true crime?
Okay. 5 years later, this is going to sound like I was very naive, and I was, apparently, that the news is wrong most of the time. What I mean by that, the very first episodes I was researching got a membership to Archive Newspapers, read 10 different articles, all released the same day. They had different facts.
Yes.
Different facts of the time that something happened, what the person went by, where it happened. So I was shocked to find out that media, where we all go to for our information, isn't where to get it. And I learned to go to the courts, and that it takes longer to get the actual court documents. But unfortunately, the media is not where you should go to get your main.
So true. I can't think of a truer statement when it comes to researching true crime. It's not that necessarily the news is always wrong.
Right.
It's more so they don't add the nuance. It's very depersonalized, both from victim and perpetrator. There's details that are left out that when you have them, it makes some sense. It doesn't always make all the sense. I've read plenty of court documents that make no sense whatsoever, and you're just left with more questions. But I very much agree with you on that. It wasn't until reading court documents you're like, what? They're saying that this whole thing, that's barely a thing, you know? So I agree with that.
Yeah. Covering the Grand Prix murders, I think it was episode 3 or 4, I'm not sure. They had the date wrong in one of the news articles. Houston Post and Houston Chronicle were our 2 big news stories. Okay. One of them had that the murders happened the day before.
Oh, jeez.
And so it was things like that, because when we give information, or I give information, I wanted to be able to give the information, and I didn't know how to get court documents and stuff yet. So I was just very surprised. I'm not saying they did wrong, because they got their information from somewhere and they trusted their source.
And they usually do rely on the court documents. A lot of the times they get them before we can, but
and maybe it was a typo, you know.
Sure. I know, researching for you guys, I've had to go through numerous news articles, fact checking with court documents or appeals, and I will find stuff that is different all the time. And I do think that is definitely for me as well. Sorry, I don't mean to it's your question there, but yes,
because
yes.
That was the most shocking thing to me. I knew humans could do horrible things. That was the thing that shocked me the most, because I really reconsidered not doing a podcast, because I was like, if I can't get factual, correct information, I had to make a decision there. If I look at 5 sources, whichever one has the same fact the most often is the one I go with. Yeah. And then that's one reason why we list our sources.
Well, I think that's, just from a researching perspective on my end, that's one of the things we do with all the shows. Like, if we can't verify, like if it's not in a court record, if different news articles are saying different things, we will just leave it out, because we're not trying to speculate or,
we could do that on all of them. Like Amy knows on Midday Missing, a lot of those, especially quick things are moving. We don't have court documents, because nobody's gone to court. The police a lot of times aren't releasing records. So with Midday Missing, a lot I'll say, this is what the newspaper said, and I'll say the name of the newspaper, because that's all we have. Exactly. And that's why it's so important to talk to the families.
Yes.
So that we can get the information from them. Now, JT, I'm sweating for you, just so you know. Yes. I'm sitting here thinking about that hot sauce, and then I keep seeing Catherine get up and go to the stove.
Let's go, girl.
Okay.
What you got? So we got a dollop on a gavel.
A dollop on a gavel. Now, before you stick that in your mouth, are you just licking it off? Okay. Are you licking just the tip of the gavel?
Just the tip. It's never just the tip.
Just the tip of justice. Just the tip.
Ooh, the tip of justice. Okay.
Here's what I need people to know about this. I don't know how this is going to go, number 1. Number 2, in terms of a Scoville scale,
yes,
most people have had jalapenos. Those are about 2,500 to 8,000 Scoville. Ghost peppers are about 855,000 to 1 million Scoville.
Oh, God, I hate all of this.
Oh,
Carolina Reaper is 1.4 to 2.2 million.
Oh, no.
Pepper spray is 2 to 5.3 million. And then pure capsaicin, which Scoville is a measure of the capsaicin, is 15 million. Now, this registers at just above pepper spray.
Oh, no.
So this is going to be 2-point-something million. And for those of you asking me about milk, I do not have milk. I have alcohol, because for me, alcohol.
You need milk and some saltine crackers.
Milk is not effective on my end.
Let's go. Let's do it. I would never do this.
I know.
Ever.
Could you zoom in on your face? Because I really want to watch the sweat and the eyes. And do you have a trash can handy?
One time Elbow Feet ate an entire California Reaper pepper, or Carolina Reaper pepper. The entire thing, he ate the whole thing, and he was dying for like 36 hours. So
and for those of you,
Godspeed.
For those of you who are asking me about that, it is the Hot Ones Last Dab experience, and this is made with this isn't just like the hot stuff. This is the hottest pepper in the world's hottest chili, Ed Curry's Pepper X. So this is gonna be
okay. Karen and I sit over here like, ooh, we don't JT, sign up for stupid things.
It was nice knowing you. When you have to deal with your ulcer, I got your back.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. He's gonna lick it. And if he says it's not hot, I'm going to slap him.
I'm going to make him chug it. I don't do spicy either, Buffy. Sorry, Buffy and Chad says I don't.
I like spicy.
I don't do it.
I'm Cajun. I like spicy, but I don't want it so hot that I can't taste the flavoring.
Here's the thing. The flavor's flipping amazing. It tastes phenomenal.
But it doesn't look spicy. Do you need to drink more?
No.
Your face is kind of turning red, bro.
Your face is
kind of turning red.
It's a creeper. It's a creeper.
It looks like a creeper. You're starting to turn a little red purple.
It has hit my tongue, and it is now going back down. And not only that, but every exhale, Every exhale and every talk is 100% hot.
Oh, now he's sweating.
Oh, the glasses came off. Here we
Oh,
go,
he's
y'all.
sweating.
Here we go.
Oh, babe.
And there
I'm
it
trying
is.
not to drink anything yet.
Why?
Because it'll make it worse, right?
I don't know. I don't do this crazy stuff. I have not doing that.
I think I had prepared for such a bad thing that I ended up being fine. I'm not going to pass out.
Again. Do it again.
Do it again, because I don't think you got enough.
Your producer says to do it again.
Your producer is commanding you to do it again.
Maybe I'll do it at the end of the show.
Okay.
Right. That's fair.
How far away are we from? She says whenever we say go. 4 minutes, she said. So we can answer
4 minutes.
Some more questions.
All right. We'll do a question for JT while you're preparing yourself, Terry, for what's to come. Girl, drink that champagne as quickly as you can. That's my gift to you. So JT, while you're doing this and chugging water, because here it comes. So was there a particular case that has sparked your interest in true crime? Besides Manson, you already talked about Manson in reading his autobiography. Was there something else that really, once you got into it, was holy shit? This was... Go ahead, Terry. What you got?
Yes, Amy, I do know how to get in touch with Mrs. Brew crime number. I know his home address, and I can definitely get an ambulance there if need be.
How typical is that of AP Amy right now?
I know.
Are you guys okay? I don't think this is a good idea. I love
she's
you,
just
Amy.
proving what I had said in my thank you.
Yes.
Yes, we know how to get in touch with her.
So about this case, JT.
Manson was it. Manson's what did it.
Okay.
And then fuck, my mouth's on fire. Oh my God.
Okay, well, you don't have to talk if it
was just a dollop.
I mean, it was just a dollop. It was just the tip. Oh shit! Now she's shaking stuff.
It's never just the tip, JT.
Oh my God!
Never just the tip.
I think I just realized what it.
Oh no!
Okay, and I'm just gonna
drink that champagne, girl. Drink it.
Oh!
Oh no! Oh, it went overboard. Oh, these two are a hot mess, you guys.
Sweetie,
what am I supposed to do with them?
I hope those are hardwood floors.
It's like herding cats, these two, every day of my life.
Honestly, I might need to go grab some. I thought what I had was good, but...
Oh.
So, guys...
Do you need milk, JT?
Listen, I know everybody said milk. However, milk has never worked for me in the past.
So I don't know if Catherine decided to reach out to the other besties and the other friends. I mean, Double H is on here, but now Jen's on, Cheryl's on. Cheryl, you may be my last one and only bestie after this. Apparently, they're not sure that I'm still going to be friends with Catherine. So, and Jen, good thing.
Girl, you should have stuck. Let me just say this, okay? So Terry told me
Jen,
that
you have my back and you'll help me hide her body, right?
Was going to be making lamb chops. And Terry was like, oh, I don't want to do lamb
chops. I don't do. Well, she's got it ready.
Girl, you should have stuck with the lamb chops, okay? Because that shit's fucking delicious. What you're about to have.
You cannot eat. If that is freaking liver, I'm going to.
It's not.
It's not liver. Oh, okay. What is
not.
it?
Do I have to tell you before or after?
No, Catherine.
No. Producer saying no.
I could even put sauce on it for you.
She put sauce on it.
Oh, well, that's very nice of
Would y'all like to see it?
Okay. I'm just saying I would never.
Get a trash can just in case I need the trash can.
She gave just eat it. It's fine. You're not going to be like JT right now. Your mouth's not going to be on fire, so that's good. Right?
It's not liver.
It smells like syrup.
Syrup? Really? Oh, that's interesting. I will tell you all here in a second. I love lamb. I love gyros. Everybody that knows me knows that. We haven't said yet.
It's squishy. It's more of a texture issue.
Okay, that's fair. I can see that.
It's not horrific, but I don't want any more.
That's fair.
I don't want any more.
Drink that champagne, girl. Drink it.
I didn't want to chew it and have it in my mouth anymore. Oh, that was bad.
You don't even know what it is.
I don't know what it is. That is not something people don't eat that.
People
made
do
something that
eat
people
it.
don't eat.
Right already?
People
What
do
is it?
eat it. She doesn't know yet, JT.
She's
Did I
telling
miss
me.
She doesn't know what it is. She
What
just
is
tried
it?
to buy it
Oh
and she
my
doesn't like
God,
it.
it was a tongue.
It was a cow tongue. It was a cow tongue, everybody. That's what she just had.
Oh my God, pomegranate. Oh my God.
Girl, drink it. Drink it as fast as you can. Throw it down, girl. Throw it down. Get another one. Get another one and throw it
Yeah, I
down.
like to have a tongue in me, but not like that. Oh my God, that pomegranate. No. Oh my God, I just said that, didn't I?
Did you forget you were on mic?
Yes, Lady in Gray. It was a cow tongue, yes.
Did Cheryl just say I've swallowed words?
Swallowed words.
Girlfriend, you are supposed to go to your grave with my secrets.
These are your best.
Oh my God. Why? Okay, I'm going to just tell y'all about
You know what?
pomegranate.
Yes,
It's
tell
not
us the
hot
story.
anymore.
I heard there's a story behind it,
There
Terry.
is.
Tell us.
So back. Oh my God. I'm trying really hard to not think about what I swallowed. Back in the day, me, Double
Tale
H,
as old as time.
Catherine, and her former POS, we all lived in Dallas. We all went out to a house party, and there was this sweet man that wanted to give us free drinks. So Catherine and I were tipsy.
Yeah.
We said, why not?
Do you have pomegranate
He
martinis?
didn't even want us
Those
to
are the
show his
shit.
boobs. He just wanted to give it, and it was pomegranate. And
Was it
we got
pomegranate
so-
martinis?
I don't know. It was just pomegranate
Oh,
something, but we almost got
Pomegranate.
sick. We might have an issue. Do you have a Mac computer? I just got a battery alert, and guess who didn't bring their battery here?
oh, for fuck's sake, Terry.
Good news. I have an iPad. I will go log in on my iPad.
Oh, girl. Oh, I love you so much. I'm so sorry. I'd be doing the same thing. I'm not judging you. Trust me.
And I
would
am
throw
just
up
going to say,
already.
I apologize for what I said about the tongue. Double H,
No, you don't.
only your tongue. I
No, you don't.
promise. Only your tongue.
I
Only
don't
your
think you're
tongue.
making it
Hopefully,
better.
I am hoping he was like, yeah, I'm over this shit. I'm not listening to my wife. So I'm going to
Probably.
just say,
I just want to say that my red face is not the hot sauce anymore.
Mine either. Mine either. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. I would never. You're so brave. I would never do that. I don't try new
Honestly,
things. I don't
I
care
thought-
who's my friend.
I thought I was going to have the hard job tonight, and then nope.
all I'm going
Oh.
to say is I still love her. She's a great friend.
Yeah.
Revenge is a bitch.
Hey Terry, how about those lamb chops that you were nervous about?
Lamb chop, I've never tasted lamb chops.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Exactly, Cheryl. It's making it bubble up. Maybe that's why I keep getting that. Okay. Anyway,
think about it.
lamb chops is more about the sweet little lambs and what they do to them to get them that way. I mean, I could almost be a vegan, except for I don't like vegetables.
Well,
Oh man, I was waiting for a more
I mean, that's kind
suggestive
of like a big
response.
deal.
I'm not,
It's kind of a big deal, Terry.
I'm not a big vegetable person. So
All right. Well,
I'm going to try to figure out how
Okay.
to log in on my iPad while you ask JT questions.
all right. Well, on that note, let's go to, I'll do some insightful questions while you gather yourself, and then we'll do some funny questions for you guys. Okay. So, JT, while Terry's gathering herself, are you gathered? Are you good? How was the milk? Did that help?
I mean, yeah, ultimately it
Wait
did.
a minute.
so,
You didn't drink milk?
He did drink milk. He went and got some. Oh, no.
Oh! Sorry, I said she was texting. She's not.
No, she's burping. It's okay, Terry. It's our party stream. It's fine.
It's like I told. It's like I told Tara the other day. 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
Could have been better.
Sorry, I was just telling Catherine she didn't want to be on camera. I'm like, you're in the camera. She's going to give me her laptop.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, Amy.
You know what?
You're not clipping that.
All the nice things we said about AP Amy are out the window.
We've been wondering just what will get us on the map with our shorts.
Yeah. What about the views, Terry? No, I'm just kidding. All right. So while Terry's doing that.
Oh, Catherine, not nice. Not nice. Okay, I just have one question.
Sure.
Where do you buy tongue? Oh no, you can't go
at the grocery store. They sell it at the grocery store in the meat department.
Or you find
yes. We even have it here in Ohio. Yes, I am not doing that. No.
No, I don't want to see what the whole thing looks like.
But if your friend Catherine can make me lamb, I would really appreciate it. Thank you.
She's listening. She's shaking her head. Yes.
Yes, I've heard you're a great cook, and I want that. Thanks.
Pick me up on the way, Tara.
Oh, you're not even on my way. That's not how geography works.
Yeah. Let's.
I am if you believe in yourself.
Okay, I'm really trying not to belch in.
Yes.
But anyway, we are working on some live shows.
That is true.
In the new year, I have a very weak constitution.
You know what? I think we'll save that for later, Terry.
Okay, I'll save that for
towards the end. All right, you just wait till your burps get through, and then we will we will definitely talk about that later. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to hit mute and set up another computer.
Yes, girl, you do that. You do that. I'll take care of JT. I'll babysit JT in the meantime, which is what I do.
She said, "I'll take care of JT."
Which is what I do. So while Terry is doing all of that with her adorableness, glasses, and ears, so JT, so getting into true crime, justice, watching trials, all of that, has your perspective on crime, justice, or humanity changed since starting your show and podcasting? Like, how has that changed your worldview of different? I mean, that's a lot of topics to cover. We don't have to cover all of them, but how has that impacted you?
Yeah, I mean, I knew very little in terms of the trial process. In fact, I knew very little about the trial process for up until probably 2 years ago, to be honest. Mm-hmm. But it made me realize that in reality, justice is frustratingly subjective. Sure. It depends on where you're caught, what judge you get, what jury you get, if you get a good defense attorney, who the prosecution is, what evidence is that they found, and whether the state really wants to win the case or not.
Sorry.
You okay?
What? No, Catherine just told me I really like this. She just went and ate that. She loves it. She's eating it, people. That is another reason to reconsider friendship. Not the fact that she sold it to me.
No.
The fact that she did that.
I told you it was going to cause problems.
You liked it so much. No, you know what? What I was about to say, I don't know Catherine that well. I cannot say that. Yeah, so I think...
you go back to you.
Yeah. Anyways, it's subjective. It is very frustrating. I can't imagine being the person at the defense table or even prosecution. I think when I got into true crime, I was also really coming into understanding the processes of at least this country on multiple levels. And so it wasn't simply true crime that made me realize, but like humanity is something else. Just something else. We really like to think that we are one thing, but then our actions, which speak louder than words, indicate completely different things. Without saying any more about that, but it's better and worse than I expected. Often at the same time, really. To be honest with you, I don't know if true. I knew that people were completely capable of horrendous crap. Reading about it solidified that. But other than that, I don't know if it's mostly my thought of justice and the court system and things like that. It has changed dramatically. Going from that idealistic, like late teens, early 20s kid to realizing, holy crap, there are so many things out of one's control that could either lead to jail forever or acquittal.
Yeah.
And so, yes.
It's really varied when you think about it. Even though we try to have one standard, across our country of justice and how things work and the what's the word I'm looking, the protocols, right? You really notice when you start watching trials and things like that, like so many factors come into play. And it really is not as, cut and dry as a lot of people like to think that it is. And especially when I think you have the news leading before a case ever actually goes to trial, the information that's put out there and the way it's set, and then you go to a trial. I mean, there have been some trials that I have watched where I was like, that is nothing happened that, as we talked earlier with news and stuff, like that is not at all how they made it portrayed in the least bit of the sense, And then you see some where you're just like, the juries are like, you never know how it's gonna go. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I think one of the very first.
What you eating, Terry?
I'm trying to think of one of the first.
Ferrero Rocher chocolate.
There you go, girl. That's one of my favorites. Yes, get that tongue in your mouth.
I think the first trial that I watched where I was just like, what the hell was Travis Richardson? And that was a while ago. The football player from Florida.
Oh, Travis Randolph. Wasn't his name Travis Randolph?
Travis Randolph. I'm so sorry. I searched him as Richardson the other day too, and I couldn't find it. And then I realized who it was.
I think it's Randolph. I could be wrong.
Sorry, Travis. No, I think you're right. But just that whole thing was fascinating in a previous life. And then, depending on how you feel about it, Richard Allen. I remember when you were like, "Hey, have you read this?" And I was like, "No."
Yeah.
And so I started reading through that, and of course, I read through it with everybody here on the transcript. And then I started reading y'all's recaps, and I was so angry. I was so
You're so angry. That's where
I seriously.
How many times where I was like, I don't want to fucking write this. I'm so angry right now.
Yep.
Numerous
true,
times.
Though. I mean, it is absolutely true. Hey, Terry.
Now who has a loud keyboard, Terry?
That is me because I'm getting
I'm just kidding.
Messages on my phone. So I'm
You're good, babe.
You're good. Private chat.
You're good, babe. I just
want to let you know that the mic is not connected to your iPad. So the iPad's just general microphone. Letting you know.
My iPad's not
your mic's
here.
not connected. What are you connect?
Right,
what did you turn on?
I'm on her Dell computer.
You're good, babe.
And
don't worry about it. I was just giving you a hard time. Don't worry about it.
I plugged it in the little hole.
Who gives a shit? You're
You
good.
might need it. You might just need to change the audio settings as well. That's all. You might need to change the input.
Okay, I'll try that right now, sir.
That is.
We are already off the rails. So, those are great answers, JT. Let me go. Terry, are you good for a question or you need a minute?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So I have a question for you because you deal with a lot of your show's cases are heavy. Very heavy. We got Midday Missing, which is about missing people, which is so heavy and heartbreaking. And then we also have Dearest Mother's Darkest Secrets, which will be coming back in like March or April, which is a lot of mothers killing their children. So, and then we have our other true crime and wine time. Like, we have a lot of crime shows going on. Are there any cases that have kept you up at night or impacted you emotionally of all the things that you have covered?
Well, I never wanted to do so. When I started true crime, I did the first missing person case on the podcast. It was one of the first couple episodes. And I said then, I don't ever want to do a missing person case again.
Mhm.
They break my heart because these people go to bed never knowing. And then a lot of people started messaging me about Chase Lackey. He grew up in the area where I grew up.
Sure.
And I was like, you know what? I'll look into it. We can do one story about it. Well, a year and a half later, we're investigating it. And every missing person case keeps me up at night because each one is different.
Yes.
But the one thing that is consistent, the family doesn't get the respect they deserve from law enforcement or the media. And
yes.
and I'm going to not cry here. That's
Sure.
the thing that keeps me up. Yes, it's their story, but it's the fact that law enforcement won't even pick up the phone and return the family's call.
Yeah.
That the news media says, yeah, that's not really that big of a story. She's not blonde-haired, blue-eyed, a size 6 from a good family. They're not as interested. That is what keeps me up. And I've recently found a TV show called Found.
Mm-hmm.
My goal in life is to open an agency and be Gabby. Now, I do not want to have a person locked in my basement like Gabby. So the premises of the show is this young girl was abducted when she was a young teenager by a guy.
Sorry.
She escaped years later. She found him. She captured him, and he's now living in her basement. But her agency finds the lost, whether they can pay or not. And I mean, those are the cases that keep me up at night.
Yeah, that's a great answer. A really great answer. I think, helping you with a midday missing, I think that's the hardest show. I mean, the Dearest Mother's Darkest Secrets is very hard, but the missing are, I can't imagine. And we've met so many families through it, and they're so inspirational. Like, I think, as you said, with the cops, like, not ignoring them.
And I'm not all law enforcement is doing it intentional.
Right. Yeah.
There's not enough police officers to work on the case. And for whatever reason that I don't understand, law enforcement can't have volunteers come and work for them to help do some of the paperwork, do stuff, because I would sign up.
For sure.
I mean, I look at the hundreds of hours we've put into chase this case, and not every law enforcement office can do that. So the other thing that is heartbreaking is listening to the families and with us talking to them. But I don't know the word for it. When they tell me thank you,
yes,
for getting the word out, it is so hard for me to be gracious and say you're welcome, because I want to say, no, thank you, because I have often said to Double H, somebody was to take Monkey Butt or Action Jackson, I don't know how you would pick me up and put me together. And those are my grandkids. Now, one of my 2 boys, they're adults now. Yeah, I'm coming after you. But these family members find something in them that I don't know where they find it, how they get up and go to work every day, still be a wife, a mom, a grandmother, a husband, a son. I mean, just talking to the families like Bianca in San Antonio, talking to her sister Giovanna, I was like, she doesn't even get to see her nieces and nephews anymore because her sister went missing. And pretty darn sure the dad did it. And law enforcement has said, until we get a body, can't help you. How is that okay? I mean, how does she get up every day and still advocate for her sister? Put the word out there. Take care of her kids. Go to work. How? Because I don't think I'm that strong of a person.
No. You know what?
Did you kick Llama off?
No. Nope. Did
I do it by accident?
I doubt it. One of the things that drives me crazy is that the organizations, the sectors that are supposed to help, justice and healthcare and things like that, they are the ones with the expertise, and yet we are the ones who are left advocating for ourselves. And if you don't, you're SOL.
Well, and what's sad is like when people say defund the police, all you're wanting to do is take away resources. Now, am I going to say every law enforcement person is bad? No. Is every law enforcement person good? No. But we can't generalize and say they're all bad. I just now realized my light was on camera on this new computer. But none of them have enough man hours to look for missing person cases. Look at the thousands of people missing. So I can't blame them completely for it because there's thousands of people missing. So the families do need to step in and do what they can. But it still breaks my heart and keeps me up at night.
Yeah.
Hi, Llama's back.
Did
you go get some tongue?
No. No.
You had to go
and I
somebody.
went out and I was like, oh my God, what is happening right now? But it's back. So we're fine. Great answer, Terry. JT, why don't we go ahead and start with this makeup tutorial while I go ahead and ask some more questions and get that going?
Well, I want to know how we fire Amy today because she is posting clips on X of me trying tongue and JT doing hot sauce.
There's much worse on. I'm just saying.
What'd you say?
I will not have then. I will be able to hear kind of. I am
you
going
never
to
listen anyways.
Girl, make it work. You're doing your makeup, make it work. I get ready while talking to all you mofos on Discord all the time while getting ready. You're fine, princess.
Listen, you've got to go to the shower every single time. I get it.
I know, but your wife and the women all over the world are doing it while you men are in there pooing.
Doing a billion things. You're fine.
I will put you back in my ears, but the bottom line is I have to use little boy's room. So you don't want to go there.
Okay, well, Captain, do not worry. Amy's not going anywhere. We will fire me before we fire Amy.
That's true. There would be a protest if we got
hearing me say you have to run to the men's room. Oh, he left completely. Did you know I just learned UPS drivers and FedEx drivers carry containers?
Yeah.
To go to the restroom in?
Elbow Feet used to work as an Amazon delivery driver, and it is very true. That is what they do.
Who does HR by day?
Yeah.
How in the absolute F? Why can we not put a portable little bathroom inside these delivery trucks?
Yeah, no, it's a very real thing. Elbow Feet used to have to do it when he worked for Amazon.
My respect for him just keeps growing.
Well, hold yourself there. I don't know if he deserves that much respect.
No, I mean,
he's wonderful.
A lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, I want to be in a cup. I'd be like, fuck you. I'm doing what I want to do.
What about the women? It's not as easy for a woman to go in a container.
They're probably all like, oh, you can order a shiwi off Amazon. Blech.
No, well, Amy just said something about truckers. So I heard truckers, or at least the Southern truckers.
Truckers do it all the time.
But they get a Home Depot bucket, put a trash bag in it, go into Home Depot and buy a toilet seat lid, put on top of the bucket, and go to the bathroom. And then they just empty the bag.
Oh, I mean, that makes sense.
I mean,
people do it all the time.
Like, what did I walk into?
For different careers, people do it all the time. I mean, it's gross and disgusting, but they got to do what they got to do, you know, like they can't stop. And it's
okay. That might
crazy,
be a little too close.
That's a lot close, bro.
Okay. Well, he's going to do his makeup.
With no glasses on. No glasses on. Has he moisturized? Has he put a warm towel on his face? I don't know how makeup works. I'll be honest. I'm not the greatest.
If we can all learn makeup tips from JT,
we're in trouble, girl.
We're in trouble because we've been doing this a long time.
Oh,
I really hope that's.
What are you putting on? Is that foundation?
Because that is the wrong shade, honey.
Not what that looks like on my hand.
Okay. So in this meantime, while he's doing this, I'm going to ask you some fun questions, Terry, while he's getting his foundation on. Okay.
I do not like to eat tongue.
No, we know that. That's true. So some fun question wise. So what is the most embarrassing thing you got caught doing as a kid? Because I feel like Terry was not a rebellious teenager, but I feel like she definitely like pushed the line. She's very. What's the most embarrassing thing you got caught doing?
As a teenager? Wow. I didn't have a lot of embarrassing moments as a teenager.
Oh, wow. Good for you.
Well, when I say that, okay, I do know my most embarrassing, but it wasn't a decision I made. So I have a lot of embarrassing moments, but not because of bad decisions.
Well, that's okay. Let's go with those.
I was wearing all white in home economics class.
Oh, no, girl.
Which I was failing. No. Let's just throw that out there, which I was failing. And I stood up to go because we were sewing pillows. I was sewing pillows for my boyfriend, and they were red letters. And let's just say I got up and I had red all over the back of my pants, and it was not my letters. And nobody said anything during the entire class. It wasn't until I was walking down the hall after class that somebody said something.
Oh, no. I had a very similar thing in my 8th grade AP history class. I started my period like all over the chair and everything. I didn't really know until I got up. And then this really nice boy who I was good friends with was like, something happened. He gave me a sweater because it was like 8th period. He gave me a sweater to like tie around, and I had to like ride the bus home with that.
I didn't have any of that.
Well, then I washed it, right? And I gave it back to him, and I was like, thank you for that. And he was like, I don't want that back. But I didn't say anything. So my history teacher was a male teacher, first of all. Yeah. And I didn't say anything because there was a mess.
Yeah.
There's a mess. I didn't say anything, and nothing was talked about afterwards. But I feel you, girl. Oh, that is the worst.
It was awful.
And white pants, like, oh my gosh. I feel you there. I've been there. JT, while you're doing this.
Cavarici white pants.
What?
Z Cavarici white pants.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, y'all are very young. Sorry, I forget y'all are much younger than me.
I don't know what that means.
So the people in the chat who knows what those pants are, please help me out here. Okay, well, I'm going to just say JT needs some tools to put on his makeup, and he definitely needs to do some color matches. And I'm going to just go on a limb here and say he borrowed Mrs. Brewcrime's foundation.
I went to Target and bought that, and it matched the back of my hand. But apparently my face is not the back of my hand.
It is not the back of your hand. But you know what? I say go ahead and wear it.
Go, girl.
Then maybe I can walk you through how to fix it.
I too would like those tips. So, Terry,
Yes.
What's the worst haircut or fashion trend you've been a part of? I mean, not to like, be like you're a little bit older, but like I feel like you have some decades you could have participated in.
I'm going to say the checkerboard shaved in my hair. So you lifted up my hair.
Yes.
The checkerboard was underneath, so you couldn't see it unless I lifted it up.
A checkerboard? Wow. Okay, that's surprising and shocking. That's impressive.
I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking.
That's very interesting. I would not have guessed that about you.
That went
I
really
would have thought you'd been like
loafers and izods. Oh, I had those too, but those I loved.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
I would go back.
How old were you?
Hair.
With the checkerboard?
17.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, I am worried that JT is down below the camera.
I don't know what he's doing.
I'm using my
Lady in Gray wants to know if you have a picture of you with your checkered board.
I probably have a Polaroid or those little disc things where you print out. I probably do if I go digging.
Oh my. Boy, would I love.
Okay. JT, dear, what are you doing down there? Because when I put my makeup on,
I'm using my phone as a mirror.
You have a camera, bro.
You
got a camera.
Yeah, but
right here
I take my glasses off and I can't see anything either here or on my screen. So
you should have thought about that.
By going towards my screen, I go off the camera. So there's no winning.
You should have thought about that ahead of time.
How are you supposed to give us tips if we can't see you do it? My God, he's a man. Did he
There's not one person in here that wants this tip. I promise.
Oh, we absolutely do, sir. That's why we're here. Are you using liquid eyeliner? Are you using liquid eyeliner?
Oh, of course he is.
Yeah.
Because he's already done a better job than I do. I'm so bad. It goes everywhere.
Okay, we'll just see the end results. We'll just remove him from the stage.
I'll look up now and again like a rabbit.
Okay.
Looking like he's doing some interesting things.
I'm not going to tell you what I'm thinking he's doing.
So, Terry, an insightful question.
Okay.
Because you've been doing this for like a really long time, podcasting. Now we've reached into YouTube. So what do you think is a common like misconception that people have about podcasting?
That we all make a lot of money from doing this. I meet people and when I tell them, they're like, oh, you make a lot of money, don't you? And I say, no, it costs me a lot of money. Just ask my husband.
Yeah. I think that's a very good misconception about podcasting, YouTubing.
Yeah. You do it because you love it, not because you want to get wealthy.
Exactly. And I think, don't get me wrong, making money is great.
Oh, absolutely.
It's great. But I think it's the passion that is really the key into doing, because you've been doing it for how long now? 6 years?
6 years. I mean,
6 years.
My other thing, I often tell people if I win the lottery, the other thing I want to do is I want to buy 500 acres and I want to go rescue all of these senior dogs out of shelters everywhere and give them the best ending to their lives.
If I can say one thing about Terry that I've learned from knowing her is that she has the biggest heart. Like to want, like her drive is to do good and to help someone out always. Like if that's the one thing I've learned from Terry, it is always like, how can I help you, help the situation, help other, like it is always like, what can I do to help? Which I find very endearing and wonderful.
There's pros and cons to having a big heart.
Yes, there is.
He just tied his hair up in a ponytail. Things are getting down and dirty, it looks like.
JT did?
Yeah, it looks like it. He threw something.
Been in a ponytail this whole time.
Oh, well, now I'm just seeing it, I guess, from that view with your head going up and down. I'm going to just say, I hope YouTube does not think we are doing any type of rated X content with him going up and down.
I do have a question from Jaded Wonder. Terry, how is Jasper? How is he with his terrible teens?
Jasper is good. Jasper loves to eat.
Jasper's a goat, by the way, for those who are just tuning in. He is a goat.
He is a goat.
Is he a miniature goat?
He is a Nigerian dwarf.
Okay.
Pygmy goats are smaller.
Okay.
He got a big old belly. Let's just say he looks like he's pregnant, but he's not. He's good. The one thing we have a problem with, our German Shepherd mix wants to herd Jasper.
Okay.
And so he nips at his leg to herd him.
Sure.
And he keeps hurting his leg, so he limps a little bit. But he's not hurt. It just bothers him. But the funniest thing about Jasper is I showed Double H this solar cam trail or trail camera
Right.
that
Yes.
we could put outside that's done by solar because ours is a battery. So we could get more video
Of Jasper.
of Jasper. And I think Sam just asked, I did not order him Christmas jammies. What I did, because it was cold, he's got a new coat coming. I took Monkey Butt's Christmas pajamas from last year that she can't wear, the shirt.
Oh my gosh.
I put it on him and it fits him perfect. So
That's
he's
amazing.
running around in a Minnie Mouse Christmas shirt.
If you guys want to learn more about Jasper the goat, you can visit the Instagram link right here and get updates on Jasper. He's adorable. I mean, I didn't know I would fall in love with a goat.
Yes.
I didn't think goats were that interesting. It turns out Jasper is awesome. So
I mean, if anybody wants to put in a call or messages to Double H that Jasper needs to get a friend, feel free. I mean, Catherine and Cheryl helped me get Mickey, my dog, back in the day, but neither one of them is volunteering to help me get another goat.
I'm now surprising. Oh
What
my goodness.
time is it? Oh my goodness.
It's getting late. So while JT's doing what he's doing,
I am worried about JT.
he's,
Well, while he's doing that, I'm not sure if I mentioned to you, but we were talking to somebody about drag shows, and JT said if we can find someone to do his makeup, he is willing to go full drag.
Girl, you better be getting good with his makeup because those queens know what they're talking about.
Oh no, we're going to have
saying,
the queens teach him because they would laugh at him.
They will.
No offense, JT.
I'm sure they'll do just fine. Just tell them that you want them to do it. You'll do just fine. So
can I ask you a question?
Me?
Yes.
Okay, sure.
What is it like having to juggle the personalities of Terry True Crime and JT Brew Crime?
Oh wow, that's a question. It's a lot. Okay. It's a lot. You guys are both very extroverted people. I am not an extrovert. Despite you guys seeing me on YouTube, like this is a lot for me. I'm not an extroverted person. You and JT are very extroverted go-getters. Like, yeah, we can do this. This is great. Like, you guys are very like way far ahead, and I'm the one who has to like reel them back and be like, okay, you guys are kind of like too far in the future, or like, that's great, but like we can't do that right now. So it's definitely an experience. I think it's great to work with people that aren't quite like you, right? Like you guys both challenged me a lot. Terry is very organized. This is what we're doing. We're ready to go. She is very high energy, which I love I admire that about her. Like, I wish I was like, yeah, I'll fucking email anybody you want me to. I am fine with that. And I'm all like over here, like, you want me to email so-and-so? Like, why are you doing this to me? But I admire that so much. And JT, he has a lot of ideas. A lot of the time I'm like, yeah, bro, but that's like not possible right now.
Yeah.
But I do love that it really helps me kind of step out of my comfort zone and address like new ideas or pacing that I'm not used. Like it challenges me a lot, and it's been quite a growing experience. I mean, a lot of the times, I'll be honest, both my hosts have ADHD. I do not.
I know.
And so it's sometimes it's like herding cats. And I'm like, I don't understand why all this is happening. We just talked about it. What is happening to me?
It's like working in a zoo for you is all I can imagine.
Not
You're
just
trying to rein
JT
me in.
Terry. I have like 12 other people of staff that I'm also trying to wrangle together. So it's definitely not uninteresting. It does provide some challenges. I think it's really helped me grow as a person, and I'm very thankful for
Is he panting?
Probably. No, that's my dog.
Oh, I was like going, what the heck, JT?
Probably just putting on the eyeshadow.
Well, I'm glad it's your dog and not JT.
And back to what I was saying, there's a lot of challenges for me personally, not anyone else is doing it, but I very much love the opportunity I've been given. I appreciate the support I've been given. I'm always supporting my ideas of how things can grow and be better. And I hope that I'm as supportive of you guys as well. But man, what a wild ride it is with the two of you sometimes. Where I'm just like, I don't know. Okay, I'll just drink to the show. Let's just see what you guys will be like. Let's just see what happens. I'm like, that is everything I am against. I mean, what do you mean?
Let's just be honest. Double H and Mrs. Brewcrime deserve medals. They have to live with us every day.
Same.
But
I live with somebody who is very ADHD as well.
We go in there. Elbow feet's perfectly amazing.
No, you guys are. That's the thing. I live with somebody who has severe ADHD, and here's the thing, right? Is that you guys can be very troublesome sometimes, but you guys have an extraordinary superpower. Extraordinary superpower to think big and to think grand and to have that motivation and like, yeah, I can freaking do this, and that is so inspiring. I don't have that, and it's something that
it's a good balance.
It's an amazing balance, right? Do I sometimes get driven a little crazy? Sure. Yeah. But you guys are fantastic. So we have a question for Terry.
I know. I'm like, what is this?
Where all have you lived, and where is your favorite place?
Oh, so I have lived in Houston, Texas. Oh, let's just go by states or it'll get real complicated. I have lived in Texas, New Mexico, Las Vegas, California, and that's it.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of places, though. It's a variety.
It is a variety.
Yeah.
Favorite place, I'm guessing she's asking where I've lived. My favorite place I've lived was California. Just the weather was amazing. The people were great. And I was just a hop, skip, and a jump from Napa.
Ooh, the wine country, your favorite.
So, yeah. Now, places that I visited, if that's what we're asking, I really love Hawaii.
Ooh.
And I've also fallen in love with the French Riviera after my visit there recently.
Oh, I bet. Going to Nice? Oh,
yeah,
my God.
I think we're getting ready to get a reveal.
Oh, JT.
I saw little pop-ups of green and red.
I don't think JT watches enough makeup tutorial to... Oh, his eyes look big. My dog wants to let out. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
JT, honey? Are you going to give us your makeup? Oh, I got to put my glasses on. Oh, the eyes look good. Zoom in on the eyes.
Come on, Zoe.
Is that 3 different colors?
Gosh, come on,
No,
Tia.
2. So what you missed,
Come on, Tia.
Llama's dog was panting in the background, and I thought it was you.
Heard it.
You heard.
No.
Okay. Okay, you did better with your eyeliner than I can do.
Oh, shit. Oh, wow. I'm just going to give a good old producer llama smile. Oh,
I know
wow.
what that means.
Sorry, my dogs
what
just
that
said they went outside and then didn't go outside because they're jerks.
That's okay.
like
I told him I thought he was panting. Okay, I have to say, whatever lip color that is a good color for you.
It's a good color.
The lips is. I wasn't.
Can I
trying to
see your
remember.
eyeshadow again? Can I see your eyes again? Your glasses just make it difficult. Okay, and you put on the liquid eyeliner. By the way, your eyeliner better than
Exactly.
I did with liquid eyeliner because it was
I
bad.
use a little tool to put mine on.
Oh, do you?
go-
I should do that.
Okay, now
I
No,
make
this
elbow
is,
feet with my
this is
liquid
a nice-
eyeliner.
This is a nice $4 Black Radiance lipstick that's called. I don't even think it gets a name. No, that's not true. It definitely had a name. Hold on.
and who's doing rapid fire questions? Is that JT?
Yes, yes.
So we can do those to start wrapping up.
Okay.
Oh,
One moment.
some-
Eldorado Red.
oh,
Ooh,
Eldorado
okay.
Red. Somebody said beautimous gorgeousness.
Oh, thanks. I've almost.
I've almost said that. Yes, I've almost said that. Did you change your name? I've almost. You did change your name.
Yeah,
Love
remove
it.
the E.
See,
You did.
see,
yeah,
people,
they did.
this is why y'all confuse me.
That's true. Terry is.
Real names in life, screen names. It confuses this old lady.
Can't wait till
Oh
I
my
leave
goodness.
this. And
But JT,
all right,
I
quick
look
fire.
forward to having you dressed in full drag, and I am sure Anthony's queens will make you fabulous.
I think all you need to do is clip this, send it to Anthony, and he'll say, "Oh, honey, no."
Oh,
And that'll
oh,
be the end of
honey,
it. I'll
they're all gonna
definitely
say no.
Oh,
I'm
honey,
sorry,
they're gonna say, "Girl, come sit down and let me take care of you and fix that."
Yikes!
That's
And
fine.
bless
I
your
will
heart.
agree.
It's not
All
too
right,
serious.
let's
I
see.
think
Quick
you did
fire.
the lines up here good, so you're good.
I
I
didn't
love
do
the
the
lips.
bottom ones.
I love the lips. Okay, rapid fire me, baby. I would say give me tongue, but I
All
never
right.
want tongue again.
Okay. I'm gonna just kind of go through some of these. Okay. Is a cereal a soup?
No.
Okay.
Are we answering
What's
these
worse,
at the
stepping
same
on a-
time or just one per person?
Oh, you both can answer them. That's fine.
Oh, okay. Is cereal soup? Yes.
No.
Mm.
Sorry,
Fight.
my
Cereal
dog
is
needs his
cereal.
carrots.
Cereal is not soup. Chef, is cereal
see.
soup?
It's in a liquid. How is it not? Instead
The
of
chef
broth, it's
says
milk.
no. No. The chef says no. Cereal is not soup.
Oh,
All right. If you were a potato, how do you want to be cooked?
ooh,
Steamed.
baked potato loaded.
I want to be steamed.
I'm not gonna comment on that. Either of them, really.
Loaded.
Socks with sandals, a crime or a fashion statement?
Oh my God, you should go
Ooh,
to
a
prison.
crime. A crime.
All right. Would you rather have a pet the size of a dinosaur or a dinosaur the size of a hamster?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? I apologize. My dogs are being ridiculous.
Would you rather have a pet the size of a dinosaur or a dinosaur the size of a hamster?
A dinosaur the size of a hamster.
Yeah, totally. How cute would that be? Should be twice made. Gavin. That's a good one. Not tonight,
If you
but
could
good
delete
one.
if you could delete one word from the English language forever, what would it be?
Oh,
No.
wow.
What?
No.
Terry? No.
No?
Ironically enough, it's been deleted. You can't use that answer anymore.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's so hard. I don't have an answer for that. I'm sorry. There's a lot of words I don't like.
That's all right.
Your
Let's
lipstick
see.
is so funny.
If you were a fruit, which one would people most enjoy eating?
A kiwi.
Could you repeat that?
If you were a fruit, which one would you pick that people would most enjoy eating?
A banana.
Ooh,
all right.
That's suggestive.
What's
Terry.
the most... Here we go. Get ready. Trouble. What's the most creative excuse you've used to get out of a morning after hangout?
Oh, man.
What's a morning after hangout?
Like a one-night stand afterwards. I don't want to hang out with you the next day.
I'll be honest. I've used a lot of them because I'm a nice person and don't want to tell them the real reason I don't want to hang out with them. So
I've got diarrhea.
I mean, I would most assuredly be like, what's the most embarrassing thing I can think of? That's it.
I have never been in that situation.
Oh, well.
Good for you.
I
stick
What's your
around for
go-to move
breakfast.
when you're trying to look hot but failing miserably?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
What's your go-to move when you're trying to look hot but failing miserably?
Show my boobs.
Yeah, girl, that'll get you anything you want. You're like, it's fine. I'm fine.
It works at the card tables in Vegas.
For literally everything it works for. Oh, you want a drink? Here's my boobs.
I feel like this is more a Tara than a Terry. But if your crush asked you to binge watch something terrible, how far would you go for love?
Ooh, I will fall asleep in the first 15 minutes.
I am with you, girl.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'll just fall asleep.
But you'd watch it, but you'd fall asleep.
No,
oh no, I just
I
fall
can't even
asleep
tell you
and
how much
pretend.
anime Elbow Feet wants to put on the TV, and I will fall asleep. I have not finished Rogue One, Star Wars Rogue One. I can't get through it. It's been like 6 fucking years, and I can't. I will fall asleep in the first 15 minutes. I'm like, I can't fucking do it.
Double H thinks I've watched them. He's like, we've watched those together, and I'm like, we sure did.
Yeah, no, we didn't. No, it's cute though.
What else?
Mama
you got,
Bruce
baby?
Crime. I remember this. I was in 8th grade, and we went to go see episode 2 of Star Wars.
Ugh.
And we ended up being in like an IMAX theater, and we were like in the 3rd row because that's what they had left. And my mom hates the front row. And I turned, and it was at the high point of the show where everybody loves Yoda jumping around and going crazy and going crazy.
The only highlight of episode 2.
I missed
the only highlight of episode 2.
My mom. Here's my mom right here. Ready?
I knew your mom and I would get along.
Yes.
Stop wiping off your lipstick.
Oh man, yeah.
Stop wiping off your lipstick.
Hates it.
Stop it.
He hates it.
I look like a lady of the night. I want to be a
love
hoe.
it.
I want to be a.
You are a hoe. We literally had a whole show about this, JT.
Say we just became the hoes of Tupelos.
Yes.
Remember, I even fell out of the hammock.
you watched
Lady in Gray just
we all
pointed
watched
out.
it together. I forgot. I was gonna say, have you watched it?
We did, and then I played it the next day for Angie. So
yeah.
If you were a serial killer, what would your hilariously bad nickname be?
Pinky Tuscadera.
Pinky Tuscadera, isn't that already in there?
Because nobody would expect me to kill anybody.
Something about lazy and can't be bothered. Would be my thing.
The llama laminator. You just laminate people.
Oh, yeah.
Who in your friend group is most likely to accidentally join a cult?
Between the two of us?
Oh, out of us?
Or like our friends?
No. Friends.
Oh,
general
my
friends.
friend.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully she's not still
Cheryl.
On. Of my friends? Do I need to answer that?
No, I mean technically we all joined one, so we lose.
That's true. That is true.
You're caught on a heist team. What is your one job that would guarantee you screw it up?
Walk without falling.
Oh my gosh. Probably figuring out like the lock combination. Like
Mine would be keeping a secret.
Keeping a secret. That's a good one. Me too.
We can't have her on the crew, guys. She'll podcast about it tomorrow.
That's right.
Probably. I'm going to tell someone.
If your pet could talk, what crime do you think they'd confess to?
If my pet could talk, what crime they would confess to?
That they did or that I did?
That's a good question. Ooh, I like that.
Both.
One, they pooped in the basement. It was a big deal today. Who did it? I don't know. It was either Keita or Zoe. I don't know, but it's still a mystery. Of me doing it, it would be sneaking some of the snacks.
I feel like Terry's probably more intense.
Well, I'm not going to say my most intense one.
Fair.
I had a reputation.
A pre pet that they ate the turkey on Thanksgiving Day off the table.
Oh no, was it Jasper?
No, it was not. It was Miss Katie, our German Shepherd.
Oh well, that's not great.
Pet had to tell on me. Double H, I swear to God, I hope you're not on. Switching out Double H's meds in his medicine container so he doesn't take the ones I don't like.
So he doesn't take the ones I don't like.
I don't know what that means. Fall asleep too early.
All right.
Oh, that's
next
fair.
question. What's the most illegal thing you've done that you might still feel proud of?
Oh.
You guys think about that. I'll tell my story. I am proud of the fact that my first time dabbling in anything green was sophomore year in college, and it was outside of my residence hall. Now, keep in mind, I lived on a dry campus.
Ooh.
Damp, but dry.
Yeah.
And it was with my buddy who I trusted, who had stuff. And he had one of those little boxes where you pulled out the cigarette looking thing and you packed it and then you smoked it. And I mean, according to him, I took a sizable inhale and immediately passed out on the brick and woke up to him saying, JT, you got to breathe. And he was about to call the paramedics because apparently something was going on. Anyways, I got up and I was so proud of myself because I got up and I walked through those double doors and I walked past the police aide and I walked to my room and I was like, you know what? This massive thing of 25 to 30 chocolate chip cookies that my mom sent me is going down.
You got all that from a one-hitter, bro?
Dude, first time, lightweight.
It's fair. I have first-time stories, too. It's totally fine. I'm not judging you. I promise.
And I knocked out 22 cookies. 3 of them were in the shower, which, by the way, if you haven't had shower cookies, top notch.
Llama, I love you, so I'm just going to tell you, Mama Llama is listening. And
yes, I saw that.
Oh, please.
She said, how many excuses did you have to come up with?
I know, right?
I think 8.
I don't think.
Oh, remember the gummy stream? Oh my God. That is not my worst illegal thing. Okay.
It also wasn't illegal.
It wasn't illegal. So we'll just say dating an adult who was in a higher level and you were a student would probably be. But you know what? He wanted to go out with me, so.
Guess it depends on if it was like middle school or college.
Oh, God, no, it wasn't middle school or college.
It was elementary school. That's
It was not elementary school.
Oh, so high school.
3K? Ah.
Well, that's not great.
What were they the coach for?
There was no sexual context happening there.
Yeah, okay.
A little bit of tongue, but I didn't swallow anything.
There we go again. There we go. Was it a cow? You dated a cow.
No, it's more
It
like
is
a pig.
Texas. They're known for steers and other things. Just kidding. That's a movie reference.
Steers and
I'm
other
just kidding.
things.
It's a movie reference. Okay. Well, fantastic. Those are good.
Okay. Let's see. This one's most assuredly for Tara. Who is more suspicious? Someone who doesn't drink coffee or someone who drinks only decaf?
Oh God.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh,
If they drink decaf, they are sus.
they're sus.
Serial killers.
I had to go from like regular caffeine coffee to it's called mildly caffeinated. That's what that was. It was a waste of my fucking time is what that was.
I mean, all that'll do is make you poop.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly it, Terry.
Why would you drink decaf? Just to poop.
Yeah, it was not. And I love coffee so much. The transition was not great. I'm glad that's over. It's my full-bodied coffee. But yeah, not a fan. I don't drink just coffee. Really, I'm like a cream and sugar kind of person with coffee. But it's not by choice.
Last one.
So.
Last one.
Are you ready?
Okay.
If your search history were leaked to the public, which one search would you hope no one clicks on?
Oh my goodness. In fairness, I look up a lot of weird shit. Like a lot of weird stuff.
So I can tell you my most recent one, and it has nothing to do with true crime.
Didn't think it would.
So there's this woman in the news who I think is in the UK who had sex with 100 men in a day. Yes. And her new goal is to do 1,000 men in a day.
Yes.
So I Google searched what the effects would be on her lady anatomy if she had sex with 1,000 men in a day. Because I need to know. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That end up like throwing a
does it get
string
torn?
Of yarn down a Sydney Opera House?
Does it ever go back? I mean,
what happens? I think those are fair questions.
I mean, that's
lube.
No,
I'm
even
investing in lube.
Think about a glove that you put on your hand to clean house or doctors. You put it in too many times, it breaks down.
Can you do that one more time? You put it.
No, you just go back to bobbing for apples.
Okay.
But no, that is probably the most disturbing for me because I'm like, they're probably wondering why I'm questioning that.
I think that's fair.
But I mean, right. It's a fair question.
It's a lot of trauma, no matter if what's the blood.
So
yes, Sam.
I mean, the other ones, I'm not embarrassed because I do true crime. Googling how many times do you have to stab a person to make sure their body sinks to the bottom of the floor of the lake is common.
I've had to, so B and I, Elbow Feet and I have talked about trying to try for a baby. And those are really embarrassing. I don't know if you've ever tried those before, but it's like, you should know how, but then they're like, there's all these things and you have all these questions and you're just like, oh my God, this is embarrassing. It's like, I've never done this in 20 years or whatever. And
do they still give
I hear Elbow Feet laughing. I don't know if he's listening.
Do they still give illustrations?
Not quite.
Okay. Because I had a friend when we lived in Vegas, so it's been a long time ago, and she wanted to get pregnant. And she said she had read that certain positions determine the sex of a baby. So I remember we Googled it.
Yeah.
And they gave illustrations on if you want a girl, do it this way. If you want a boy, do it this way. And
I
was
don't.
like,
I've looked at so many different things that it's like really embarrassing because it's like, do I not know what I'm doing after so many years? And
let me
like,
just tell you what the
just
Mormons
so funny.
do. Just go to bed and have sex.
No,
And
it's
if it's meant to be, it will happen.
Right. That's my outlook on it too, Terry. But some of the things I've looked up have just been like,
I mean, if you hold your tongue this
ridiculous.
way,
yeah,
that might be better.
that might be.
Why are we? Can you? What if you eat tongue beforehand? All right. So based off of that, here's what I want to tell you. I don't know if you guys know this, but and I'm just making this up, and then we'll end it. And then we'll end it for the night. You know how like Facebook has their history, and then like Apple has like their whole like at the end of the year, this you listen to this much. Spotify has their Wrapped. Yeah, well, guess who else does? Pornhub. And so
Porn?
of course,
Okay.
Pornhub does?
Yes.
Okay.
You're welcome. Now I will say this right off the bat: Texas and Virginia, obviously a bunch of prudes. They don't have the most common search keyword for them. However, no, I don't want Mashable. Stop. Ohio's most top relative search is cuckold.
I mean,
and then let's see what else we got. Nevada's is very original. Vegas. Colorado has foot job. Wisconsin. I feel like one person that we know is responsible for this one, but it's pee.
I have to do that.
Like peeing on people?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Isn't that called a golden shower?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Vermont is tattoo. New Hampshire is enema. So that's fun. In also, let's see, the United States is the top of the top 20 countries by traffic. No surprise there. Mexico spends the most time at 11 minutes. And the proportion of female visitors, the highest proportion of female visitors is the Philippines with 59%. Fair. Yep. And the U.S. is sitting at 29%. And
is there so many
categories by generation, if you want to hear this one. Gen Z, the top one is vertical video. Surprise, surprise. Gen Y.
What if you don't know what gen you are?
Well, then
Gen
you haven't
Z
used the internet appropriately.
Gen Y is 25 to 34, and that's FMM. I know what that is. It took me a second.
What if you're my age?
35 to 54 is compilation, because they just ain't got time for that.
Millennials.
Boomers, 55 and up is strap-on.
Okay, that's just...
And then... Oh, just to let you know, the top trend in 2024 is being demure and modest. Very mindful, very cutesy.
Well, that's like my whole motif.
Well, I'm not going to comment
there's a whole genre.
Well, keep in mind that also in this list, number 6 is Haktua. So there you go.
Well, Haktua. So when are we going to get to the good news before we wrap up?
Actually, that's my last a couple of questions for you guys.
I'm getting divorced and I will be single if anyone wants to date me. Just kidding.
That is such bullshit.
If you have a cow tongue.
No, if you have a cow tongue, just stay away. But if you will buy me another goat, we can talk.
Well, Terry, I wanted to ask you before we go tonight. One, are there any plans for community events or meetups for the future? Tell me about that.
So we are in talk with a couple of wineries to do in-person live shows. Currently
so exciting.
In discussions, Texas, Virginia, and Ohio.
Oh, that's me, y'all.
And just got an email last week, because because it was on Thursday, from a winery in California, in Napa.
Ooh.
And possibly,
Oh, Alabama.
Arkansas.
I was gonna say it's Arkansas, honey. It's not Alabama.
This is why we do the big tier work, JT.
Yeah, so it's Arkansas. Yes, we just need to work out the details. That one will be a live show with probably a drag brunch.
So what do you mean by live show, Terry?
So you will get to see this in person to come.
Which is amazing.
But for our YouTube channel members, we will live stream it so you can see it. If you can't get there, we will not put it on our regular channel, and it will not be on Facebook. It will be only for channel members.
Girl,
oh, poor Sam in Alabama.
Tell us.
She was so excited.
But
listen, you got a vineyard. You tell us about it.
Yes. Anybody that has a vineyard in their local area or a place that does community.
And it doesn't have to be a vineyard.
No, it can be a
brewery. Just please tell them to at least serve water or liquor for Terry, because I don't do a whole lot of beer unless it's Michelob Ultra. But I will drink Michelob Ultra. Or if there is somebody reached out and said something about comedy clubs. I guess some other podcasts have done comedy clubs. So if you have an idea, I have no problem sending emails, making phone calls. But right now, we are close to finalizing some things in the spring. And my hopes that people will be able to come and see us, and that maybe by this time next year, they will have been successful enough that we can do an event that we sponsor and invite everybody to come to.
Yes, if you have an area in your county or state that you think would be great for, particularly our show, True Crime and Wine Time, where the hosts, JT and Terry, come through, do a couple of true crime cases. They talk about wine, banter. Again, it can be a winery, a brewery. Please go ahead and email me. Vodka, any distillery.
I mean, a dispensary works too.
Or a dispensary, because we're all big fans.
As long as somebody puts me in an Uber after what happened in Denver. So
it won't be in the South, but that's fine.
That's very
true. Will not be in the South.
Feel free to email me at tara@tcwtmedia.com, and we will happily add that to the list and reach out to them. We have already booked several places for the following year, just in wineries. And it's a really exciting thing that we're all very excited about doing.
It is. And we will cover different cases, different thing at each one. So it will not be a repeat. And like I said, our channel members, we are going to live stream it for you.
For members only.
For members only on our channel members, not a subscriber, a channel member.
Yes.
We will do that for everyone.
Fantastic.
So yes, that's what we have coming up.
Do you guys have any cons that you're going to this year?
That is tabled until we have a conversation in January, because we wanted to focus.
Yes.
Now,
if you know of any great conventions in your area, send them to me as well.
Or true crime cruises that are happening the week of Halloween.
Yes. Any true crime conventions, cruises, anything you think, please do send them to me at tara@tcwtmedia.com. And
our goal is to do at least 4 in-person shows next year. And
we are well on our way.
I say I don't like to just hit my goal. I like to
smash it.
And I can guarantee I will be wearing pink at every single show. In case you were concerned.
I will be wearing eyeliner.
Or whatever I dress you in. Depending on the show.
I mean, you bring it, I'll wear it. You know that.
So my last question I have for GT. So regarding TCWT Media, like, what are you most excited about in 2025. We've had a lot of tried a lot of different things in 2024 that I think showed a lot of amazing things that we're capable of doing. What are you excited about in this next new year that we have to bring our fans and subscribers?
Oh gosh. A lot of things. First off, we went from doing one show to doing 7. And that was a lot. Something that I am looking forward to for us is boosting, continuing to increase the production value of our shows, and that that's going to happen hopefully with everybody else's help, our staff, but I'm looking for my notes.
Oh, I thought you were looking at me.
What are you eating?
Oh, yeah, well, I'm always
what is that? What is that in your mouth, Terry?
It's the thing that goes on the top of the champagne bottle.
Oh, the cork.
No, not the cork, the wire that goes on it. It was like the charger for the cork.
Okay.
Where did it all go? Where are our notes?
Can I share the biggest news?
Yes, go ahead. Of course.
Yeah, go ahead.
Of course.
True Crime and Wine Time will be live every Thursday.
Yes.
In the new year.
So glad you remembered to bring that up.
That's what
so exciting.
That's what Tara was teeing me up for, and
it will not only be twice a month. You will get us 4 times a month.
That's right.
5
every Thursday.
5 if there's 5 weeks in a month.
That's true. We do have a lot of changes coming to our upcoming schedule. Some shows are taking a hiatus for a couple months, and we're going to work things through. But coming January, you will have True Crime and Wine Time every Thursday at 9:00 Eastern, ready to go. New crime cases. I'm so excited about this show.
And lots of guests. We have so many cool interviews lined up with authors from different, not just authors of genres, but like, they have experience out in the field, like trafficking, and it's gonna be amazing. Oh, just so I'm so excited about 2025 and what all it has to bring, and I hope you guys are too. We've had amazing guests. I think this last couple of months bringing in. We had I shouldn't have mentioned that because I forgot all their names already. We've had Judge Blevins.
Yes, thank you, Blevins.
We've had Anthony Christopher. We've had Javier.
And let alone our families for Midday Missing.
I was going to say the families for Midday Missing. We had a lot.
Can I tell you that interviews are my favorite thing about this channel? They really are. To just hear other people's point of views and their interests. It's just so amazing. I love it. I love that you guys do that. And I know we're reaching out to more people. So
we are. We got lots of.
And if you all, again, this is a community. It's a collective. If you all have people that you're interested in, or that or you have a connection to, or something like that, email Tara.
Basically, email me for any show ideas, show guests, show idea, anything you have an idea for. Please do email me. I do check it regularly.
What I tell my employees is, when I do the reviews, tell me what you love about us or love about me, what you wish I would do more of, what you wish I would do less of. So if you love what we do, email Tara. If there's things you want us to do, email Tara. And if there's things you want us to stop doing, email Tara.
Email me. I love it so much.
There's a connection that my family has with Tara. I mentioned this to you, Terry. I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but my great uncle was the prosecutor for the Lucasville prison riots. I did not know this.
Yes.
But now that I do know this, my intent is to not attempt to contact him, but to get him to possibly come on and chat about it. It's one of the bigger prison riots in Ohio. So
it's a really big deal.
a big deal.
It is a big deal.
That's
a big deal. And I had no idea. I mean, I just knew he was a judge and he married me and Mrs. Bruce Crime. But no, he did a lot of stuff. So I'm interested to learn about that. Pressure is there's no pressure.
No pressure.
There is no pressure.
Except for on my bladder.
Yes, and mine too.
My bladder's about to rupture.
And possibly my face.
Well, we have lots of things in store for 2025 at different times. We have different shows that we've been working on behind the scenes that you guys don't know about, that we will be very excited to release to you all. We will have some of our regular shows. Some of the shows are going on hiatus until later in the year to where we can produce them better.
And we have another special investigation coming that'll be on True Crime and Wine Time.
We do have another special investigation that we can't really talk about, but
it's
aside from Trace Lackey, I think that this case in particular really does have some attention to it. It's not attention in the media, but something we want to bring attention to.
It's something we want to do.
That we feel very passionately about.
And they're going down. They are really right along Matt.
Hit our heartstrings. So we have
right with Matt.
We have so many things ahead of for 2025. And if you guys have any ideas for shows, I may have Mama herself may have been, debating some shows to do for her own.
Are we going to announce that? Are you going to?
No, we're not going to announce that yet. But if you would like to see anything that you would like Llama to do,
guys,
email me.
Careful how you ask that and who you ask that to.
That is a fair point.
You don't want the answer to.
Everybody email Llama. Yes, we want to see you on your own show.
Oh gosh. I don't know about all that, but
you're so adorable when you're nervous.
When I'm nervous and embarrassed. And I'm
y'all just got loud.
When I'm not, I'm like, you do this.
Don't you remember I told you 5 times?
I've told you 7 times, JT. This is what we're doing.
Oh my.
I'm just kidding. I am not that aggressive. I don't think. At least
only if I use my safe word does she calm down, and I don't have a safe word, so it's fine.
Thank you guys for tonight. We have obviously so many more questions. That maybe what we'll do in the future is a host Q&A for our members only.
That's a good idea.
Because we have so many questions left unanswered that I think more people would be interested in knowing, whether it's inside the biz, whether it's who we are as people, or where we want to go from here. I think we have a lot of things we could wrap up members only. So maybe we might see that in the future.
I only had one person, because I mentioned it on Midday Missing, and they Facebook messaged me. I don't know if I screenshotted it and sent to y'all, but if not, I will. And they said, was JT one of your exes? And I was like,
well, I feel complimented. I am sorry for you because I feel like your standards are.
Honey,
I'm down here, and
no, let me tell you,
Double H is up here.
Oh, Double H is way up there, but the other ones, I mean, the first one, the Pond Scum one, no, don't worry, you're way above that. But I just thought that was cute.
I'm at least glad I beat Pond Scum.
You way beat Pond Scum.
Pond Scum? I should hope so, JT. Jesus.
Way, JT.
I don't know.
Because my response that I wanted to say, I still talk to him. Obviously, he's not an ex.
Oh.
When I'm done, I'm done.
Well, I want to say thank you to both our hosts, JT and Terry, who work, you guys, they work tirelessly. They really do. I'm trying to put this channel together, not just to get viewers, but really to get information out there. You know, if there's one thing I can say about this team, I don't know if it differentiates us from others in the field as well, but we really do very much think and care about the victims of every case that we cover, and wanting to get their stories out there. You know, like that, the stories are not all of who they are as a person, but it is something that happened to them. And we don't want
to define them.
It doesn't define them. It like we are firm believers that no matter what you are going through, it doesn't define who you are. But we want to draw attention to people as being people. Like they have a name and they have a story. And
unless you're the one who caused it.
Unless you're the one that caused it.
Unless you're the POS, then you don't have a name. You're just a piece of shit.
Right. But listen, like we're not sensationalists. Right? We're not. We want to present the facts. We want to present the stories. We want to present some humanity. And if that's what you like, this is the channel for you. A channel that is built of heart, of drive, of passion, of empathy, right? Because we don't have to talk about this. We don't have to care about these people. But I can't tell you how many people in my 4 or 5 months working with you guys, we've gotten to know. We've gotten to know their life stories. We've gotten to care about them. I'm sorry if you hear the train right now, because I know my mic picks everything up.
Skibbity, Ohio.
But we are definitely a team of heart. And I don't want to say you can't find that somewhere else, but I can guarantee you that you will find that here. You will find
nobody's heart is as big as ours.
You will find passion, whether it's the heart of the host, the producer, the team, or the mods. You won't find it anywhere else.
Agree.
And with that, I leave that to Terry and JT.
And Amy, you can clip that.
JT, you want to wrap us out, my dear?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Before we do that, I'm
Ooh.
so sorry because I do not want to forget because this is so important.
Oh, yes.
Bianca's bracelets. Before we close out, both you and Terry, JT, if we could cover Bianca's bracelets because that means so much to us as a channel and people covering this story. Just real quick.
So Midday Missing, we covered Bianca's case earlier this year. She is from San Antonio. And we had her sister, Giovanna, on.
Yes.
Giovanna works with Haley Gray, who we also had on the show for Brian Vladek's story. And they made Finding Bianca bracelets, sent me a whole bunch of them, even some little kid ones. I've been wearing a pink one since she was on our show, but they sent a red and black one, and I thought it matched. So I snagged it. If anybody wants a free Finding Bianca bracelet, just email me. I will pop it in an envelope and I will mail it to you. Bianca's case is especially heartbreaking. It's just, once again, a man getting away with shit he shouldn't get away with. But we need to find Bianca and bring her to her family for closure, and then we can find justice. So if anybody would like a Finding Bianca bracelet, just email me and I'll drop it in the mail.
That's Terry at TCWT Media.
I just assume everybody knows my email address.
No, that's okay. I'm just doing my job.
Drop
here.
me a DM.
Not Tara, Terry.
Yeah.
Or send it to Tara. She'll send it to me. Mama Llama, I will send you one personally. You do not need to have Llama hand deliver it.
I live like 2 hours. For
And Sammy said she loves the bracelets. Sammy, I will send you one just because you are the most Christmassy down bitch I have ever met in my life.
Christmassy down.
Sorry, Sam is one of our mods. And can I just say this about Sam? She is one of the most biggest heart people I've ever met in my life. Like, it is just,
gross. I mean, great.
It's so amazing.
I think she would celebrate Christmas 365 days a year.
She absolutely would.
She does.
Like, no, but I mean,
joy, like that concept of like Christmas joy and thankfulness is like her 365 days out of the year. Like, always.
We're not telling her I didn't decorate for Christmas this year.
I didn't either.
Let's go on. Okay, let's just close out.
Okay, so closeouts. Thank you for doing the Bianca part. I know that means a lot to all of us that work on that on Midday Missing. Those stories are just so heartbreaking, but inspiring in so many ways. So what can we close out with the show for today, JT?
JT, close us out.
Thanks, everybody, for
Cool,
tuning in.
bro. Cool job.
Yeah. Cool. I don't think I've ever said cool, bro. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate you supporting us. Again, the best way to do it is just to continue to share our stuff, our content, comment, like, subscribe, the usual. You can find us on all social media at TCWT Media. And take care of yourselves, your friends, your family, and your community. Don't let anybody dull your sparkle. And shine on, you crazy flipping diamonds. Shine on.
Fantastic.
I just felt really dirty when I did that, and I looked at myself.
I mean, you're shimming, Terry. What do you expect? You're just shimming.
So I, as always, want to tell everybody, be safe, guys. It's the end of the year. It's the holidays. The perverts, the bad guys, the POSs, they're out there. They're looking for targets. So be safe. Watch out for crime. Pay attention to where you are. Take care of your friends. Do not let them wander off after a few cocktails. And as always, enjoy your wine time. And I would highly suggest skipping the tongue. And we will see you next year.
On the dining room table, skipping the tongue. Don't just on the dining room table. Llama, you need to close this out with yours because you've developed yours, and I think it would be a terrible waste not to end it there.
I don't know what you mean by that, but
I do.
You know, tonight's show was a celebration of multiple people, more people than what you see on the screen tonight. So many people have put their blood, sweat, and tears into what creates TCWT Media and what it stands for. Going into the new year, there are going to be some changes. But what's most important to every single person out there is inspiring others to get the voices of people that can't speak out there in any way, shape, or form, whether they're missing, whether they're past, whether they're curious or what are the likes. Like, that is what we are here for, is to build a community that inspires one another and builds up one another and embraces one another. We have a lot of exciting things in 2025. What it means, I don't know. But what it means is that we are courageous, and reaching out there for our dreams. And if you want to join this team, please contact me. You may think you may not have a lot to contribute, but you would be surprised what I tell you that you can do and what you will be supported in doing. And I vouch to you that I will 100% do that without a doubt. I know this has been a growing experience for me. I know it's been a growing experience for Terry and JT, even though they've been doing this for a long time. They're always growing. As we go into this new year, the holidays are a hard time for a lot of people for numerous reasons. And if for any reason you have a hard time this holiday season, I want you to reach out to me at tara@tcwtmedia.com. You can join our Discord group at the Courtyard, where we're always there. For whatever reason you're having a hard time, we will be there for you. And I can't say enough that community brings everything together. I am very excited about where 2025 goes when it comes to TCWT Media. I know a lot of hard work's been going into it. I'm hopeful that I'll be excited to announce some exciting things come soon with the support of my two amazing co-hosts, Terry and I haven't co-hosted with Terry yet, but I feel like that might happen soon. It might be me and Terry co-hosting a show.
We need to do that.
We should do that, girl.
I will add that to the calendar, and that will happen.
See,
we will have
remember what Javier
power.
said? You're always looking for the next thing.
We should. I've done so much for JT. We should do more with Terry. But anyway, at the end of the year, 2025, oh wait, that's not right. 2024 has been a year, y'all. Celebrate it despite the downfalls, the ups. Got 2025. It's a new year. And I hope you join us with experiencing that journey. Whether it's true crime, real life, you will get all of that.
You'll get it
with
all.
TCWT Media.
More than you ever wanted.
More than you ever wanted is the fact. Whether it's true crime and wine time, or midday missing, or night court, or even
on Death Row.
Death Row, which is a tough show, which we didn't talk about tonight, which I would love to get into. If you want to get more into shows that we do, more background stuff, become a member. And we will do members only lives, talking more in depth about how we do these shows and we make these choices. So that's really all I had to say about that, which was a lot. And I'm so
sorry. But you got to remind people to be what?
Mindful?
Nope.
Oh, what? Oh, before I go, my sign off, in case you don't know, because I am a co-host of the Hey Ho Show. If you haven't checked that out, Hey Ho. So my tagline is go forth and be l'amazing. Okay? L'amazing, that can mean whatever you want it to mean. And despite whatever crap is happening in your life and it's not great, make the world a better place for you and for other people. Despite all that. So
we will see you all in 2025.
See you soon, guys. Bye.
Bye. Cheers. Happy New Year, everybody.